Yes, yes. Oh, a big Texas yes. We are back, baby, in the Paddock F1, Greedy and the Cheese. And we are back in the States, back in Texas for the 42nd time. It's the U.S. Grand Prix. Texas, known for those big hats, longhorns, cowboys, and of course the BBQ. That's what I'm down for. Also home to Willie Nelson, Matthew McConaughey, and Frodo Baggins himself, Elijah Wood. But this is no traveler celebrity show. This is an F1 show. And we're racing at COTA. That's right, Circuit of the Americas. 3.42 miles, 20 corners. You get that S section. That's 60 to 17 full out three right-handers. You give it the full beans for 61% of your lap. And oh, we got a Texas-sized race today. You had action all over the place. There was a Ferrari on pole for the first time at COTA, but Max beat him in the first quarter. And then Russell took his ass out. Carlos has got no luck. Safety cars. Alonso went flying through the air. A massive mistake by Red Bull. But come on, in all seriousness, did you really think Max was not going to come back the day after the owner's passing of Red Bull? Are you serious? If you did, you were certainly mistaken. Because Max ran down Lewis, took the lead, takes the win. Also, Red Bull clinches the Constructors' Championship. Lewis second, Leclerc third. And let's throw out a little thank you to Diedrich for all that he had done for Formula One. We're caffeinated, we're medicated. Greeny, good evening, sir.
Yeah, Dietrich passes. Haas launches protests. Mario takes a lap. Bottas beaches early. 500,000 tickets sold. Vettel's still got it. Alonso goes airborne. Lewis is hungry. Shaq's in the house. Brad Pitt is in the pits. Danny is devastated. Constructors' race is over. It's October 23rd, 2022. He's Cheese. I'm Greeny. This is In the Paddock. F1. For the 64th time. That's how many times we're doing it. Maybe 65th time.
Somewhere around there. I'm a little too medicated to remember that one.
There's a lot going on. A ton going on this weekend. As pretty much wrapping everything up. How about Brad Pitt, though? Got some secret Formula One project?
I got nothing for you on that.
I got nothing for you on that. Well, it's secret. It's top secret. There's nothing on that.
Man likes racing.
I don't know if he likes. I think he was there like on assignment. I don't think it was.
He's been to the races. He's been to races before.
He's been to races before. I think he's there specifically on assignment this weekend. My Hollywood insider sources are telling me.
I call rubbish on that, but
I call rubbish. Greedy of the Cheese and the Paddock F1. We are back. And what another awesome weekend. It is over officially. Ferrari cannot win the Constructors. No shock to anyone that has been paying attention. Red Bull has taken it down on the weekend. Where Max once again looks great, man. Just looks great. Doesn't win or doesn't take pole. Still gets the front row. Sainz takes pole. That lasted all of about 15 seconds. That excitement into the race there. As Carlos cannot get it done. Can't even get around up the hill and around, although it doesn't look like it was his fault.
well, if George Russell doesn't lock it up there like a maniac, going in there like a
Doesn't
loon,
look like it's his fault. And that's rough shakes for Carlos Sainz as he pretty much is done after that. And Charles Leclerc comes way back from 12th, but not enough. Jockeying for position at some point.
First time he ever got from on the podium, starting outside the top 7. By the way,
Really? I didn't
First
know
time
that.
starting outside the top 7 that he got on a podium for Charles. So it's a very good drive for Charles.
It was definitely a very good drive for Charles, and it definitely was
Great drive from
the
Lewis.
the counter to the rest of the of to his teammate there, who spit the bit.
Well, it
Not
wasn't his
not his
fault.
fault. Not his fault. Not his fault. But results are results. 0 points for science is 0 points,
If
and
he didn't have bad
great
luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all.
if he did. This is true. It's almost like speechless with Carlos Sainz. It's almost like Sergio Perez a lot of times, where it's just you're speechless on the ways they figure out how to lose. Some guys figure out ways to win, like Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel at a time, Max Verstappen now. They figure out ways to win. And other drivers just figure out ways to lose. They just like figure out like maybe you have it in your sports teams where you're just like, how is my team going to figure out how to lose? How are they going to figure out how to blow it? And I think for some of these drivers, you got the will of a champion, and the other ones, they're ahead, and it's like a mental game. I think it's a mental game, and I don't think this was for science this time, but I see your the parade through your mind going there as I'm saying this, but it's definitely a mental game, and some of these guys drive through and do it, and some of these guys just can't. And I think that's the situation right today with Max Verstappen, who takes it. Charles Leclerc gave him everything everything he had, and he still wins by what 6-7 seconds. Even when he was in second in P2 with about 6 laps to go. So pretty awesome stuff. Pretty awesome weekend, and you're just sitting there quiet, thinking, pondering.
I was just letting you rip, man. I was just letting you rip. But it was excitement all over the track. There was a great racing. Austin's always pretty much a great race, to be honest. There's always action. The track provides it. There's multiple spots you can pass. I mean, you like seeing Vettel there at the end go around the outside on 16, 17, 18. That's going full throttle, all out. Cars twitching all over, hanging on. I mean, there was just great racing. Great racing. The track always seems to bring it. I think we should say something little bit something about Dietrich here with his passing. Very major impact he had to the sport once he decided to get into F1. Definitely brought a lot more eyeballs to F1 and a lot of just extreme sports in general. Just like to live it on the edge, full throttle. Came into Formula One, built an amazing team, runs 2 teams, responsible for 8 drivers on the grid and countless others that have raced in Formula One, giving people a shot. Vettel, Verstappen, 2 of those. Carlos Sainz, Gasly, Sonoda, Ricardo. A lot of names on the grid because of them, and it's a
Yeah,
big
and he
loss.
didn't just give these guys the chance though. He really he followed up. He
Oh
was
yeah,
with them, and he was with a lot of guys that you mentioned, but a lot of guys that you didn't mention, that you don't know, that you've never heard of, that are on the grid, or that are not on the grid, that are part of F2, that are in other parts of the Formula One family, and that you've never heard of, and you may never hear of, and that he's been a part of their lives too. So I know you talk about the big names, but there's a ton of other guys out there, and I apologize to cut you off there, but
no, it's fine.
wanted to
No, it's
add that
fine.
point.
You're good. Calm yourself. You're a little fired up today. I like it. A little fire in
So we're
that
getting on
belly.
right after the race. We're getting on right after the race, so it's a little bit, it's nice, and
It's fresh. It's
and
hot.
knowing that, knowing that it's when it's a hot take, so you gotta get pumped up for the hot take. But knowing that, it looks like going forward, we're gonna be having a lot of these much closer to the post race uh, shows. So good to know and good to hear for anyone who is had to wait those 2-3 days sometimes to get that show out. We're gonna have a lot less of that going forward. So that is some good news here in the Paddock F1. So. But continue, sir. Any final thoughts? Final thoughts before we get to some Quizmaster's cockpits, some winners and losers.
Let's see, Max gets win 13 on the season.
He's still going. He's still going. He doesn't care that it's over.
Actually, sometimes when it's all locked up, constructors, drivers championship, you actually sometimes get a lot better racing because you don't have to worry about points battles and this, that, and the other thing. You can just go. You can just go all out, full beans, let it all hang out, and you get some better racing. So I think we're going to have a very good finish to the season here, to be dead honest. I think we're going to see some lot of...
Mario Andretti was out there full beans, man. He was out there full beans.
Man still got it.
He was out there. Listen,
it's great to see
if
Mario
you want to see more, I hear we're on a temporary hiatus in our YouTube channel here. So temporary hiatus due to technical difficulties. You were smashing some pedals or
the gas pedal
pounding the wheel.
The gas pedal
smashing it.
The gas pedal's broken.
Was it out of some anger, or was it wear and tear, or
wear and tear?
Pissed as hell. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. I am beyond pissed as hell, to be honest. I was recording Singapore. We were lap 21 of 33, running in the points. And
wow.
Running in the points. And it broke.
What were the odds of you actually finishing in the points in that one?
50-50.
50-50. All right. A coin flip.
I think it was a coin flip.
You'll take that. All right. Greenie and the Cheese in the Paddock F1. Hit it up. Greenie and the Cheese on YouTube. You'll find all our videos. Like I said, we're in a little hiatus right now, but we'll be getting a lot more up real soon, and a lot more announcements, a lot more things coming up. We're not going to leave you high and dry all off season. We're going to have some shows all off season, and got some news about that soon. But stay with us because we have a lap around the track. Cheese has his notebook open and his questions ready. In the Paddock F1, Greenie and the Cheese, back after this. Oh yeah, Greenie and the Cheese in the Paddock F1 on our home turf once again for the second time this year. How about that? First time in a long time having 2 United States Grand Prix in one season, and here we are on our second Grand Prix of the year, Miami being the first. There's no stadium.
Next year there's 3.
Next year there's 3. Trifecta. A wacky trifecta. I'm really excited for this Las Vegas. Maybe one of us will win the lottery and we can both go, which would cost most of the lottery winnings.
That's what it sounds like it's going to cost.
It's going to be...
Probably that's about right.
It's going to be a pricey weekend for those in attendance. Hopefully we can be there. but that is going to be a fun Thanksgiving Day weekend here in the U.S. for Las Vegas for the trifecta. Another successful Texas weekend. Almost 500,000 tickets sold. 445,000, I believe, is the final number. And not exactly, because that would be a little wild, but around there, just short of 500,000 people attending, or at least 500,000 tickets sold. So it was a heck of a time, man. Really heck of a time. And what a tremendous event. Let's just shout out to all the people who put on this tremendous event and all these tremendous Formula One events. They are really, really a epic scene to put on. So kudos to all of them. With that, I've got my helmet on or strapped on. I'm sliding myself into the cockpit here.
Yeah, probably gonna grease that with butter.
I'm getting a little pudgy these days as the
I'm a
holiday
little
season's
long in the
coming up.
waistband myself, sir.
Yeah, you are one to talk, sir. You should take yourself a jog around the track there. Jog that track. Get out there with Sebastian Vettel and pre-race jog that track.
Get out there with Crofty. I'll meet him. We'll
Take a
do it.
jog. Take a jog.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. That was actually a little positive than normal. You didn't come up with a no. So, it's a good
Yeah,
start.
sure.
It's a good start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Question number 1. How many circuits have held the U.S.
God.
Grand Prix? And name all of them.
That's the first question. How
They get
many
easier.
circuits?
They get easier as we go to that.
How many circuits? All right, hold on. It's supposed to go the other way. You're supposed to start easy and go to the hard ones. All right.
No, it's
All
not
right.
how we're doing it this week.
Well, you got
Usually
Austin.
how we do it. That's 1.
You got Austin. You got Watkins Glen.
That's 2.
You got Phoenix.
That's 3.
You got Indy.
That's 4.
Those are the gimmies. Just the U.S. Grand Prix, not like
just the official U.S. Grand Prix.
You got Riverside, California.
That is 5.
It was another California track.
Not in California.
Not in California. Sebring is the other one.
That is correct, sir. That is all 6.
That's all 6. That's it.
That is it.
Wow. Okay, that's it. I was showing. I was still deep in thought. I didn't know if there was another one. I know Sebring
That is correct.
was the first year. Sebring and Riverside were the first 2 years.
That is correct.
Those were the first 2, and after that, they didn't race back there. Those were some junk tracks. I know we had some like Vegas thrown in there. That terrible Caesar's Palace race. If you can get a video of that race, that's a terrible race. You had Dallas in there. I think one year, 83 or 84. I
but
think
that was not considered
Dallas.
the U.S. That was not considered.
That
the
was
US
not the
Grand
U.S.
Prix.
That was not the U.S. Those were one-off races. Those were one-off races. So I wasn't sure because that I would have failed. I know there's a whole bunch of other ones that I don't think I would have got.
So that is question 1 correct, sir.
Wow, so it gets easier from there.
That's what I think so.
I might have some hope here.
How many races has Red Bull won at COTA?
I think Vettel won 1. I think. And I think Max won 2. Anyone else win? It's like Lewis won like 5, I think, at Coda. 4 or 5. So what's the question again?
How many races has Red Bull won at Coda?
So
5
I'm gonna go
seconds.
3. I'm gonna go 3.
That is correct. Ring the bell. That is correct.
Hold on. Wow. All right, so that was it. 3.
That's 3. 3 is correct, sir. Vettel 1, Max Verstappen 2. Question
Oh.
3. Can he complete the hot lap? All right, sir. So let's the first 2 sectors.
We are
Can he
hot.
complete the hot
Let's
lap?
do it.
Question 3. What constructor has the most wins at the U.S. Grand Prix?
Not Coda, just the U.S. Grand Prix altogether.
Just U.S. Grand Prix overall, and how many?
How many? Thinking of who won. Probably Ferrari. Schumacher had like 5 on his own, or 6. 5 or 6. I don't know. I go even.
5.
I'm gonna guess 10. Ferrari 10. Wow,
That
that was a
is
complete
correct.
guess. So it was a complete guess. That was a complete guess.
That is correct,
Wow.
sir. That is correct, sir. Very
Wow. That
impressive.
last one was a
That is
guess.
purple sector 1, purple sector 2, purple sector 3.
Wow.
That
The
is a hot lap
tracks I
race.
knew. The Coda question, that's because, I got a finite number of answers for the Coda question. With the last one, that was a guess. I'll take it, though. I mean, I knew that.
So that means you are a
Wow.
winner. So that means
This is
we
just
go to
so
winners, sir.
absolutely awesome.
Thank you, Don West. It is awesome.
Pat yourself on the back, sir. Pat yourself on the back. So that means we're winners. I'm gonna give Fernando Alonso a winner. Man finishes 7th after flying through the air.
I can't believe
That
he
was
stayed on the track.
ridiculous.
Like he just kept going. Like at a Dukes of Hazzard, dude. Like he just kept going. Like it's nothing. I just flew through because they didn't show it. They didn't show the angle for a good what felt like forever. Because you didn't know what happened. Because you just saw him flying up that left side. Then he's flying through the air, just drops and just keep going. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Continue.
No,
It's
it was
straight out of
absolutely ridiculous to be straight honest.
if that happened in a movie, you'd be like, all right, get the hell out of here. All right. That was like the hero of the movie of some Formula One. That was Brad Pitt.
Oh, you could hear it hurt.
He's
Too.
definitely Fernando Alonso. It's 100%. It's 100%. Brad Pitt. It's Fernando Alonso, and that was all staged. It was just the car. It's like Bad Boys 4 or something like that. Anyway. Continue.
You've lost your mind completely.
Continue.
You've lost your mind completely. And I'm also going to give Seb, finishing 8th, I'm going to give him a winner. After that disastrous pit stop, he would have been the top 6 if that didn't happen. Comes out, 12th? I think it's back up to 8th. Super impressive. Seb still got it. I don't know why he's retiring, to be dead honest. He's still got it. He's absolutely still got it. Definitely going to miss Seb. But those are my winners. I'll leave you some winners for a change. where you cry too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
So
I'll
here,
cry
take.
regardless, whatever. Yeah, I'll definitely give my winner number one to Kevin Magnussen. Let's go get some, getting the points there. Coming in ninth, should have came in eighth. Vettel took him at the end. God, gosh darn it! But he took him at the end there, and I'm gonna give a number two to Yuki Tsunoda. Another one of those Dietrich proteges, and finishes in the points. We talk a lot of smack about Yuki, but he finishes in the points. 10th, gets a point, but got to give it up for him. We talk a lot of smack about him, so got to give him props when he deserves it. And we didn't mention Sergio Perez at all. Finishes fourth. I know he's off the podium, but he just continues to be solid and quiet and accumulating points and really competing there, and may end up pulling off that second place for this season. And those are my winners.
All right, so that'll take us to losers. I'm gonna give Carlos a loser. Pole position, taken out, first corner. He didn't have bad luck. He didn't have any luck at all. I think that's like a 6 DNF of the season. So Carlos definitely gets a loser there. Not his fault, but that's what happens in racing. And 16th place finisher, Danny Rick. Just not good enough. Just another poor performance. Back there and just couldn't move at all forward. His teammate, I think Lando finishes 6th or something like that. So your teammate's 6th, you're 16th. It's not a good look.
Yeah, Danny's
Those are
disappointed
my
in
losers.
himself, and he knows it, and he knows he doesn't have it anymore. And he'll be okay. And he says no NASCAR, but we'll see what happens.
He's going to be a reserve driver, from what I understand,
We'll see.
for a team. Unmistaken, but it's looking like possibly he might be Red Bull's third driver. Is what it might be looking like.
So I'm gonna give some losers out here as well. Bottas in the beach. You're spending a little too much time in the sand, as they say. So you want to stay out of the sand and not stink. He had such a great first half and just completely fell apart the second half. And Lance Stroll, what are you doing, Lance Stroll? You're launching cars in the air, and he ends up with a three place grid penalty for next race. We'll talk about that later. But after starting the race well, starting fifth, Lance Stroll screws it up. So we'll give him a big loser. And those are my losers. This leaves us only one thing left to get out the baby powder.
I need to slap my goddamn for that.
Somebody's got to get slapped. I
Well,
was
you
gonna
kind of stole my
say
thunder
he
there.
made you stole my thunder face, but give it anyway. Just give it. Just don't hold back. Not on my account.
It's
My
Lance Stroll.
He deserves it. He's a loser,
Lance
and he
Stroll.
should slap himself. It's okay. It's okay to be a loser and to slap yourself. It's okay.
Well, he kind of needs to be slapped because he keeps doing these late moves to try and save his position. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You're gonna get somebody hurt. You have Fernando flying through the air just because he's one of the most brilliant drivers in the world that he kept that thing going. But he does a lot of stupid things. You started that high, and you do stupid things like that. You deserve to take out the powder and slap your damn self in the face. Maybe a once across and then a backhand. 2 times. Slap yourself.
It's a rough slap. It's a rough situation to be in. Yeah. So that is it. Let's round it up with especially when your teammate is running so well, it's not the car, and you just can't pull that crap. You really can't, because what's going to happen is I mean, good thing it was Fernando Alonso, F1 action hero driving that car. If it was someone else, it could have been a different result there. Because that was just that was bananas. I had never seen that before. Only in Texas, sir. Only in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas, sir.
Yeah, just hit it just at the right angle. Pretty crazy stuff. Greeny and the Cheese in the Paddock F1. Oh, sir, we are back after this. He's
Oh
pumped.
yeah.
He's pumped.
You know what that sound means. That's right, boys and girls. We're taking that fantasy ride to that fantasy island of Greentopia. Where the beer flows like wine and the wine flows like beer. And the cannabis grows as far as the eye can see. Look how far it grows.
Look how far it grows. I'm looking out. I'm looking out over yonder. Over yonder.
And as always, we head to the top of the hill. The casino at the top. Tickets in hand. Are we cashing in? Or are we checking out?
Yeah, I think we are doing a little bit of cashing in this week. We both went up a tick. I went up a little more of a tick. But we'll start with our winners. We both had Max for the win. I bet 250 greeny bucks because it is that time of year, sir, where we got to up our antes a little bit. But you as well upped your ante. You doubled your bucks. You went to 100. Manned up a little bit. Picked that skirt up a little bit and threw up an 100.
Oh!
Paid off a little bit. And I had Leclerc, and you had Leclerc as the biggest gainer. And that was, it seemed like a no-brainer at first, but it wasn't such a no-brainer. It really, really wasn't. Leclerc really had to run a really good race, and he did, to come in second and gain 9 spots. Outside of Alonso, who gained 7. Didn't see that one coming either, from 14th to 7th. So great race for him as well. But Leclerc took it. I had it. You had it. I bet a little more than you did. No, I'm sorry. We both bet 100. So we both got bucks on that. And the trifecta was an absolute disaster for both of us because we both had Carlos Sainz in our trifecta, which means that you got no chance there. So you have Carlos Sainz in your trifecta.
You took that ticket. You took that ticket. You threw that in the trash after the first corner.
That is on the bottom of someone's shoe in the parking lot. That's where that's going. And understandably so. And a lot of people, I'm sure, lost because when the pole sitter doesn't finish top 3, then a lot of people are going to lose their trifectas. And it's such it happens. So as it stands, with how many races to go? We got 4 races to go now. We got Mexico, Brazil. What else we got?
Abu Dhabi.
That's it?
That's it.
We've reached Jeddah. Yeah.
Yep.
3 left.
3 to go.
So you now, sir, it's closing. I've closed the gap. You have 6,100 greeny bucks, and I have 5,750 greeny bucks. We both have a positive return on investment so far. Anything could happen. I started pulling out some lunatic numbers here, and it paid off this time. Maybe it'll pay off even bigger next time. Maybe it'll be a disaster next time. Who knows? Only time will tell. And 350 points or 350 greeny bucks separates us. Down from 600 was your largest gap here. So closing the gap a little bit, and you might be sweating a little bit here because it is going to go down to the wire. So
no, because you'll do something stupid. As
I'm
you
like,
always do.
you keep saying that, but now we have 3 races to go, and it looks like you're a little nervous, sir.
I'm not
Because you
gonna
might
say
have to eat some crow. Because I might be the comeback winner. Let's serve that up on a plate for you, sir. Got the crow in the pot. Serve that up. Yum, yum. Little salt and pepper. Eat that
Sure,
crow.
if that's the case, I'm sure it'll taste like chicken.
I'm sure it'll
Because
taste
everything
like chicken.
tastes like chicken.
I'm sure it'll taste like chicken. So without any further ado, or redo. Actually, there's going to be plenty of further ado here. Are you ready, sir?
I'm
'Cause it
always
is
ready.
time.
Let's do this.
Life in the fast lane. I give you 10 questions. You give me 10 answers. They can't be wrong because they're your opinions, sir. But we will see. We will cue the music. And let's go. Carlos Sainz slams into Russell, running in his second career pole. Can Carlos get out of his own way ever?
No, if he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. That's pretty much how it is. Next.
Lance Stroll gets a 3-place grid penalty for sending Fernando Alonso flying on lap 22. Does the punishment fit the crime?
No, probably should be 5 to 10. To be honest, next.
Charles Leclerc passes Max on lap 38, and then Max passes him right back. Does Ferrari have the guts to win one race this season? Or one
Probably to
more race?
finish. Probably no. It's not good enough. Plain and simple. Next.
Bottas gets beached out early for another DNF. Disappointing for season for Bottas. Did he drive as expected?
No. Well below. Next.
Haas lodges 2 protests against Red Bull and Alpine following incidents that likely involving missing parts and not showing that black and orange flag. Should the flag have been shown?
It wasn't hanging off like Magnus's was in the past races. But could you have thrown it? Yeah, probably. But for Haas, just shut up and take it. Just shut up. Next. That's
Mario
right.
Andretti.
That's right. I told the team to shut up. Next.
Mario Andretti takes a lap in the 2013 McLaren. 82 years old. Should there be a senior F1 league?
No. Get the heck out of here. Next.
Tim Cook waved the checkered flag like someone who was like in a hostage situation. Who would be your choice next year to wave that checkered flag?
Shaq. Yes. Next.
Almost 500,000 fans came out for the weekend. Most ever. Are you surprised by the massive turnout to Texas?
No, F1's gaining a lot of ground here in the U.S. Texas throws a great event. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Next.
Brad Pitt is filming a top secret Formula One film. Who do you think he's playing?
Oh, I have no idea. Next. The heck out of here.
Dietrich Mateschitz posted this passed away this weekend, the inventor of Red Bull himself, famous for buying teams and sports teams. If you were a billionaire, what sports team would you buy?
Ooh.
Remember, $1 billion doesn't get you what it used to.
Doesn't get you what it used to anymore, so I don't
Doesn't
know.
get what it used to.
You'd have to see what you can get for that much money.
You can't get so much for $1 billion anymore. It's not like $1 billion like you used to. You can't buy the Yankees anymore for $1 billion.
Nope. I'd have to check the market before I could give you that decision.
You have to check the market conditions. You got to thumb the market conditions before I can give you that one. Yeah, $1 billion will get you what it used to.
Yes, sir.
Guess you could buy my neighborhood team, the also owned by Dietrich, which is the Red Bull team over here in Harrison, Red Bull New York, which is literally 10 minutes from where I am right at this moment. So yeah, he owns my neighborhood squad. So sure, you can buy that for $1 billion.
An MLS team, well below that.
Yeah, I'm sure you got that with enough to paint the town red. All right, where are we going next, sir?
Mexico. Mexico City, baby. What's that? I don't even know what the schedule is. Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend in Mexico.
Quick turnaround. We go It's a Tex-Mex back-to-back weekend here in the Paddock F1. Pack your bags. We are heading over to Mexico. We have only a handful of races left until we hit the World Cup. But we should have some exciting announcements and exciting things coming up for the off season as we get ready for 2023 and see if Ferrari can finally get off the schneid here and finally win themselves their first title since 2007, 2008. Oof, it's been a while. It's been a while for Ferrari.
You don't have to tell me.
Any last words, sir? Any last words?
We'll catch you in a week's time.
It's been a while for the Yankees, too, as they're dropping balls in the outfield here, but go ahead.
We'll see you in a week's time for Mexico. Heck yeah. Viva la Mexico. Just don't drink the water.
Bring your own water if you are going. Greeny the Cheese in the Paddock F1. We'll see you next week. Peace.